What's up? It's me, Mystery, and I'm doing this video by request. I've already kind of made this video, but I've learned even more skips. I might get to all of them in this. If not, it'll just be World 1, but I don't really know yet. But yeah, you want to be a epic gamer like me and skip 3 worlds plus 1 level? Then come on down, witness this mock speedrun as I walk you through each skip that you have to do for any percent, which I have done, even airship skip, all in one run before. If it wasn't for my awful computer, the video would have been pristine for that, and I could actually show it off. So this will also include some tips for any percent in itself, because I'm sure most that watch this or getting into it or unsure about some things. So you start the timer when you press OK. There will be a little bit of a delay because of how my capture card is set up. There's a delay from what is recorded. And yeah, we're gonna run through this level. I'm not gonna go through a whole run. I know you want to see the skips, don't worry. I'll only show you the necessary information, but another tip is mash the start button until you see the skip, and then you're golden. And that is how you skip cutscenes. You can also skip Bowser Jr. cutscenes and most of the cutscenes in the final level. Alright, I will see you all when you need to see me. You should finish level 1 with about 1:30 on the timer. At least that's how fast I do it. I don't know what world record pace is or anything. And you should have about 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the timer when you finish level 2. And yes, I did lose my elephant. Don't ask how. I'm just like that. And I'm actually not going to pause the video here because you need to see how we do skedaddlers, because there is a bit of a step in this level that is involved for World 1 skip. So I'm going to re-grab my elephant. This isn't an actual speedrun, thank God. Wow. Thank God. But yeah, the reason we are doing this is because we need player 2 to have what is called the crown, which is a mechanic in multiplayer that you can only get by finishing a level before any of the other players. So it's wow. That just never happened. Okay. We actually do get the star because it is faster, but keep in mind you don't need any other wonder seeds, so don't worry. You can skip it all. Alright, now stop. This is where we load in. Oh my gosh, seriously. I do this every time. Not really, but it feels like it. And that disconnects my second controller because I did one player on accident. There we go. And we're going to quickly select whatever character you want. I do Mario and Luigi because I'm just so classical like that. And you want to hold right on player 2 and then grab the goal as player 1 again. And boom! We are pretty much done with all the levels we can play until World 1 skip. We have to go to the Poplin House though. And yeah, that's all of that in under 5 minutes. And keep in mind you have to skip the text with the player 2 now because they have the crown. And I will explain more of why you need the crown and all that for the skip when we actually get to it. But I have to go through all of this first, so I suppose I will save you all the trouble of watching the slowest cutscenes and text skipping in the Poplin House. BRB. Okay, I'm a little bit behind, but that's alright. My splits are messed up for World 1 skip, so don't worry about that. We're on a decent pace. I'm about 30 seconds slow, but that's because of my runs in the previous levels. Everything is fine up to this point that you have seen. And now we can start the skip. And I think I can pause my timer. Yes. Cool. I think that will pause it, hopefully. Alright. So, step 1. We use these paths right here for every skip. Luigi will go left and right as soon as you get to a certain point, and then hold left. If we jump over the square, the square right there, you'll see that Luigi is offset a little bit into the path. Now, Luigi is good for now. You can pick up the other controller. What you want to do is jump and pause, but you need the pause at the height of the jump. So, fist is high up in the air, and now we can pause. We're just going to go straight back into 2-player, and before you press OK, hold left on Luigi's controller, or whoever you have as player 2. This will make them go down the path, and that will warp Mario to Luigi. And then boom, you just did a skip, or a glitch, I guess. He's out of bounds. Now the fun begins of why everyone will hate this skip until they learn it. And even when they learn it, they'll probably hate it, because if you mess up, you mess up. Alright, so Mario is not meant to be here. He can skirt around this edge right here, but you can't see where it goes because of these big ass pipes that block the way. However, if you use my special technique, you should be able to cross and no problem. So first, what I would do is press down a little bit to where Mario is covered up by this first pipe, and then you're going to line up with that top divot of the second pipe. Now imagine a diagonal line from this top pipe of the second pipe that runs diagonally through this pipe, like pretty much straight diagonally. It's at a slant, I guess. And then Mario will be lined up to the bottom of this pipe, and that will lead you to being out of bounds over here. Alright. If that didn't make sense, let's just watch and you'll probably get it better that way. So see, Mario's lined up with the top of this pipe, which will lead diagonally to this crevice. See where Mario's ear is? It leads to that. And then we will go diagonally to the other crevice here, and then we should be safe going underneath this part. And boom, you have crossed the tricky pipes of doom, and now we can move on to the next step, which you have to move player 2, because if you go too far away, then player 1 will warp to player 2 because they have the crown. And this is why we need the crown. I don't know if I explained that yet, but yeah. Next, you have to go down to this spot to scroll the camera up a little bit. You see like how it's here, but if we go all the way down here, it's as far as the camera will scroll, and that will help us line up the next few walks through the void that will suck you down if you're not perfectly lined up. So for this section, I'm going to line up Mario's eyeballs with this hole in between these two rocks right here. You'll see Mario's eyes, and I know it's confusing that you have to be in bounds to continue out of bounds, but that's just how it works, and it's stupid, but that's how it is. But yeah, Mario is slightly lined up with this hole already, but I'll just show. Alright, his eyes are poking out. This is pretty good position, just a little bit lower there, like I just did. I think this is perfect, and we need to continue being at this position all the way through to this section right here. You need to line Mario up as with this cliff at the bottom of the screen. This is like all that you're given. If Mario's hat is lined up with this, then you know you're at your border, and you should be fine to continue. Okay, I'm going to scroll the screen with Luigi. Accidentally hit the bumper, and then we're going to slowly skirt over And don't be afraid to press up a couple times, because I think it's better to get pushed into bounds than it is to fall into the void and wait for Mario to teleport back. Wow, alright, we made it. Cool. So you see this little pentagon here? Once we reach this part, you should be lined up from before. Once you reach this part, we are going to move diagonally and line up with the second little yellow hexagon you can see here. And that will look like this. So we're going to go diagonally, skirt over, and we're pretty much perfectly lined up with it. In my experience, it is always better to be lower than what you might see other people do. Every time I do it this way, it works pretty flawlessly. But yeah, we're going to be here. Mario's going to be in this position. And what we need to do next is we need to jump to here. In between, inside of these pipes, actually. So, hold Y, hold the run button so you get maximum jump. And then you want to, like, obviously you want to press forward and jump at the same time to get the right jump. But, also, just like getting it in your head that you need to jump first and foremost, because you will fall, because there is a gap without collision between you and those pipes up there. And you need to put this all together, and it's a diagonal jump, so you're going to want to jump forward and then veer off to the right midway in the jump. And as long as you're lined up, it should work, but I'm going to attempt it now, and if I don't get it, I'm going to look like a dumbass. Hopefully I do. So I'm going to go forward, hold right, and I made it. Easy. Okay. Yeah. As long as you're far back behind that hexagon, the little circle thing there, the little yellow one that pops out, as long as you're lined up with that and aren't too close to it, you should have enough room to make the jump. But now that you're in these little pipes here, you can breathe a little bit. You did the hard part. I don't know, it's subjective. You're not done. You got more. There's more to it. Okay, so now that we're here, we switch to one player, and that will get rid of Luigi. And if you fail the trick now, you have to go to Hurry Hurry, which is this stage. This stage right here, next to the shop. You go to this stage, and then you're going to drop in player 2 to get the seed, so they get the crown. As long as player 2 has the crown, you can repeat this as much as you like. But once you get rid of player 2, you're stuck as player 1, and if you fall into the void, you have to restart everything. Okay, now we are going to, you can see this ledge over here. See this ledge? You're pretty much right in bounds, kind of, but we can still walk along to the right here, and obviously that's where we're going to need to go because we need to get past the castle. But I actually don't hold down that much, but I don't think you can fall. I'm not entirely sure, but just to be safe, focus on hugging this ledge, and keep in mind, if you don't hug the ledge properly and you get too close to the path, you will get pushed into bounds again. So you need to kind of like hold down right, but not so much to where you might get pushed out of bounds and fall to the floor. But you need to follow this ledge all the way to the right, and that will look something like this. I almost fell, but I didn't, and boom, you just passed up the Wiggler level. And this part is really important as well. So right here on the this little like cross section in the path that's grayed out, not only that little square, but the path around it, this like circle, is all an activator for a cutscene that will play for the castle, where Prince Florian will pop out and say some shit. I don't know, he talks a lot in this game. But yeah, you want to skirt around it into the green. You can cross this path right here, and then you should avoid the activator. So we can just take it slow, you know. We want to go around it. Oh my god, it's so jank. And I messed it up. It's best to just hold Y and run for it, or else this will happen. And then once this happens, you're stuck here. You can't do anything. We have to go back to hurry, hurry, and I have to repeat everything all over again. But I won't make you watch that. I almost got it first try, but I was trying to do it slow, and that kind of messes you up. You got to do this, like, obviously it's a speedrun. You got to do it kind of fast. But I'll be back. And I'm back. Okay. Just for the record, I got it first try. This time is inaccurate, but whatever. We'll let it roll for now. So what you should have done is you should have went around like this, but I was here and it activated. That's how stupid this skip is. It requires a lot of precision. So yeah, you're gonna have to practice this a lot. I can only show you so much, but it took me about 2 to almost 3 hours to be this good at the skip, and I still mess it up quite often. So yeah, hopefully this will help someone get it easier, but you're still gonna have to put a lot of practice in to get it because it's just weird like that. The final step, and arguably one of the most important ones, because a lot of people do it weird and it infuriates me, but these steps right here have awful collision. They don't work right. You can't jump over them or anything. We can't even get up there. So what I like to do is just run for it. Line yourself up with the bottom of the yellow. Keep in mind that this green does not exist. You will fall through. It's super jank. Do not walk on this. You will fall and have to do everything all over again. Line up with the bottom of the yellow steps. You want to run all the way around, then just keep going, and you should get it fine. It takes a lot of practice, but once you get it, it'll be easier and easier and easier. But it's still a really annoyingly precise trick that's gonna give you a lot of headache, but it is what it is. And if you want to do any percent with glitches, you're gonna have to learn it, such as I did. And hopefully this, like I said, hopefully this video will help you out. But yeah, I don't think I have time to show the other skips. I might do another video on those. I already did a video on World 2 and World 3 skip, but maybe I should redo those. I don't know, now that I'm better and I could probably perform them faster. And there's also airship skip, which I think the tutorial I've seen of that is pretty good, but if you all would want me to explain that as well, please let me know and I'll show you airship skip. And yeah, that should be pretty much it. Once you finish World 1, what you're going to want to do is head on over to Dolphin Kick, which is right here, and then once you get that badge, you knock out every level. You have to do every level, get both seeds in each level, because if you're skipping airship, you're going to need the extra seeds. And yeah, that is all I care to babble about. Hopefully this video was good, even if it is kind of long. Could have made this video shorter, like my speedruns, but hey, yeah, hopefully someone had an easier time with the worst skip in the game than I did. I honestly think airship skip is easier than World 1 skip. It took me less time to learn it. But maybe that's because once you learn World Map skip and get to do it a few times, it gets easier for all the other skips. But yeah. Let me know what else you want to see about Wonder speedrunning. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, please, if you're new. It helps a lot. And like the video if you think this was a good tutorial. And if you want to see more like this. Bye-bye.